Are you rolling?
Yeah, we should have both.
Okay, well, Carmela's taking the minutes.
No, I'm not. Yes.
I just have the recorder.
I'm going to go sit.
Trustee Garcia, you can take the minutes.
Hey, John,
I have.
I feel like I'm talking to a Christmas tree.
I know, I invented.
Actually, I am, because of the seat. Hey, that parking lot that was installed on 138,
Parkway?
it's a little parking lot. What'd that cost?
I don't think I know off the top of my head. How much did the blacktop cost, Mayor? 138?
I'm sorry?
How much was the blacktop on 138?
I'll give it to you.
Put it on the poster board.
Do you know it now, though?
I'll give it to you after the meeting.
Okay.
Okay, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
This is the agenda for the President and Board of Trustees, Village of Burnham, Cook County, Illinois. Today is December 14, 2021. At this time, will Trustee Cap call the roll in the absence of the clerk?
Trustee Cap, here. Trustee Hodges,
Here.
Trustee Garcia,
Here.
Trustee Greer,
Here.
Trustee Richardson,
Here.
Trustee Claybrook.
And Trustee Clerk is absent this evening. His wife had surgery today, so.
Okay, thank you.
Can we stand for the pledge of allegiance? Trustee Garcia.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Are there any changes or approvals for the minutes of the board meeting that was held on November 23rd, 2021?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as read.
There's a motion on the floor to approve the minutes as noted, as read by Trustee Cap. Could we have a second, please?
Second.
A second by Trustee Bridges. I'm going to clerk take the roll.
Trustee Cap, yes. Trustee Hodges,
Yes.
Trustee Garcia,
Yes.
Trustee Greer,
Yes.
Trustee Richardson.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion passed on the minutes. So before we open the meeting to the public, if you have anything to state to the board, if you just give us, stand out and give us your name and your reason for addressing the board, and we'll go from there. So at this time, I will ask for a motion to open the meeting to the public.
Motion to open the meeting to the public.
So the motion was made by Trustee Garcia to open the meeting to the public. Could we have a second?
I'll second it.
And a second by Trustee Cap. You take the roll.
Trustee Cap, yes. Trustee Hodges, Trustee Garcia,
Yes.
Trustee Greer,
Yes.
Trustee Richardson.
Yes.
Okay, motion passed. The meeting is now open to the public for any public comments. Are there any public comments?
I'm John Haidu. We just had a little conversation 5 or 10 minutes ago concerning the indoor mask mandate. And Mr. Polk, just so I understand it right, well, long story short, I've come in here the last 3 months since August 30th, the indoor mask mandate was instituted. I'm the only one in the building with a mask on. Everybody else in the clerk's office, including 2 computer guys, including yourself when I'm talking to you in there, you guys don't have to wear a mask in there because it's, why? Myself personally, I wish I could make a motion for us to take this meeting here. Let's all go into the clerk's office. You could say we're working, and that way we could take all the masks off and everybody would be happy. I prefer just stay here and take the masks off, but is that your understanding about the indoor mask mandate? If you're working, I don't want to wear one anyway. I mean,
Okay, do you have any other comment?
no, I'm asking you, so you won't comment, maybe you'll comment after my statement. Second point is concerning working together. Every single water bill I get, that anybody gets, you say you want to work together with the public, blah, 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 and okay, so do I. I think everybody does. Well, for the past 8 months since the election, April 6th, I've come in here to pay my bill every month, and every single month I give a verbal, I asked all 3 of them girls at one time or another, I've asked each of them, can I have Cap, Claybrooks, or Richardson call me? Well, I'm still waiting for Cap to call me after 8 months. You called me like last week for the first time. I added your name to the list like 2 months ago. You weren't the 8 months. But simply put, we're trying to work together. I'm trying to work together, but it would help if people would return our calls that are up in this panel. You guys are supposed to be representing us. I'm trying to talk to you, but they wouldn't return any calls. I would hope that would starting tonight. My next point real quick is concerning Trustee Garcia and Clerk Chavez. They had a sign in front of their house about a year ago, and Jerry Hunter brought it up. I don't remember exactly what Trustee Garcia and Chavez said, but basically they were saying no, it didn't exist or whatnot. Well, one of their neighbors, I guess, got a little mad, but the sign got pulled out. Well, it's going to be awfully difficult pulling a parking lot that's now across the street from their house. Mr. Polk, I understand that the sidewalks and street repairs, or curb repairs, are going to cost like 180 grand this year. And I also understand that because of the weather or whatnot, they're not all going to be done this year. That's understandable. But what I don't understand is you have some public servants here that they're supposed to serve the public, and instead of serving the public, it seems like they're serving themselves. They now have a parking lot across the street from their house. I know that area pretty well. Chavez probably doesn't know this, but she's living in my grandma's old house. I kind of grew up down there. It's always been difficult. Why all of a sudden they get preferential treatment for a parking lot across the street? Everybody else has to park rather tight. It's just pretty sad where you're supposed to serve the public, but they're serving themselves. My last point is concerning 14108 Green Bay. My neighbor Steve and I walked up to the house. We saw you walk in there with a few guys at the vacant house. We're just curious about what's going on in Burnham. Steve knocked on the door. You opened the door like a foot. It's like you couldn't help it. We talked to you for probably 30 seconds, and you basically closed the door in our faces. We just wanted to know who was there, what was going on, because it's within 200 feet of our house. I'm curious. It seemed awfully shady. It may not have been, but that's what it seemed like. Can I ask, who were you talking to and what about? We're curious what's going on with the house. And you wouldn't share nothing. You slammed it in our face.
Do you have another question?
That's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are there any other public comments?
14108.
Are there any other public comments? I will ask for a motion to close the meeting to the public.
I'll make the motion to close the meeting to the public.
There's a motion on the floor by Trustee Richards to close the meeting to the public. Could we have a second, please?
I'll second it.
Second by Trustee Cap. You take the roll.
Trustee Cap, yes. Trustee Hodges.
Yes.
Trustee Garcia.
Yes.
Trustee Greer. Trustee Richardson.
Yes.
Okay. Motion passed. Meeting is now closed to the public. As far as the masks go, the people that's working in the office, they are not accessible to the public. They're behind the closed window, and that is a safe mechanism within itself. They're behind the window. Now, if they were dealing with the public directly out here on the outside, then it would be necessary.
Is that what the mandate says, sir?
Your next question was, return calls in the future.
We attempted to return this call and we got nothing. We got no
Yeah.
answer.
And I know I called you twice. And
I said you did.
Yeah.
I did also.
Richardson called me back. John Cap and Claybrooks, I'm waiting for 8 months now.
I've called from here and got no answer.
Okay.
John, you're lying.
I
You're
was-
lying.
I was with the mayor.
I'm not arguing tonight.
Okay.
He is lying to me.
Okay, all right, so,
You guys are public servants. Please talk with us, will you?
now let me say one thing about the phones. I believe it's safe to say that every official here have their own phones, and they are not obligated to give out their own personal phone unless they so choose to do so. That's left up to them.
Understood.
So, okay.
I'm asking for a return call even
Well, I
from
understand.
the clerk's
Yeah,
office.
but I'm just stating that, but I think that has been mentioned in the past.
That's not even mentioned. No, that's
I didn't say
irrelevant.
it was mentioned tonight, I said in the past.
Not by me.
As far as the sign goes in front of the house, I don't remember exactly what happened with the sign, but the parking that was put, down there.
Yes.
It had nothing to do with, Trustee Garcia or Clerk Chavez. It had to do with a lot of overcrowding down there, and a lot of people have been complaining for years, and it's just a massive issue, so, and that decision, was pretty much made by myself, and I talked to the board and people about it, so, we was in agreement to do that, and it was necessary to do that to alleviate the overcrowding down there. It had nothing to do with,
It just happened to be across the street from their houses.
what the reason, I mean, the reason for that, but if you take a look at the
Mayor,
area.
I'm laughing at this, okay?
Wait a minute, now. Let me finish. If you take a look at the area, there's no other.
I know the area better than you do.
Let me finish.
And there's more cars, I understand there's more cars today too.
Let me finish. If you look at the area, there's no other place to put that. You got a telephone, a Comcast, or AT&T, whatever device that is. Then you got a fire hydrant, then you got a light pole. And on the other end toward the pump station, then you got the trailer park. There's all kinds of stuff.
Could you have extended it further south for those guys?
So this area, it was most conducive with most, that was most compatible. And that's why it ended up there. Like I said again, and you can believe it or not, I don't really care. But it had.
I know you don't care.
It had nothing to
It's
do
one
with
thing I do know, I know you don't care.
When we made that decision, remember, I was involved.
And the sign that he's talking about, it was a sign that said resident parking only. So it was any resident of Burnham. could
I
park
challenge
there.
any resident in Burnham to park there.
Right, so they could park there.
Yeah, I challenge
Residents.
them.
Okay,
See if they don't get towed.
and the other thing you mentioned about the sidewalk repairs, yes, the sidewalk repairs, will cost $180,000. Like I said, we approved that at the meeting. And they're not gonna be able to finish with all of them this year because of COVID. And they employ the contractors, have been adversely affected by that. And that's one of the reasons. So the sidewalk that's been pulled right now, that's been excavated, those will be completed tomorrow. Weather dependent, and anything after that will have to wait until the spring. So it would be my safe assumption, I'm assuming that they would bill us for the amount that has been done, up to $180,000. And,
With all due respect, Mr. Polk, how much did that parking lot cost?
maybe $5,000,
How much?
$5,000,
$5,000 for that.
yes.
Would you get a half price?
And, you asked me.
That grin says everything.
Uh,
That's a shame. Go ahead, I'm sorry. Your grin says everything.
Now, if I tell you something, like I told you before.
Your word, got your word on it. I've heard that for 3 years, I know.
Whether you believe it or not, I don't care. But
We can't, you won't give us any information on,
I do not lie, I guarantee you that.
no?
And I think it's time, he already asked us questions and you're answering them.
Okay,
There shouldn't be any back and forth.
and for the house on Green Bay,
Trustee Garcia's coming up for election in 23, right?
for the house on Green Bay goes,
People are gonna see this.
we're not talking politics.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Mr. Polk.
As far as we not, as far as the house on Green Bay goes, it's like a concept house. We're gonna use it for an energy efficient house, so it'll be on display. Right now, it is not open for public inspection. It's not open for public inspection. And when you guys came over that day, then that's why that I didn't invite you in, cause it's not.
We were hoping you just tell us this is going on for like 2 minutes but you closed the door in our face like it was shady. I don't know if it was. I'm not saying it was. You opened it a foot and you know it. Then I started talking, you closed the door on us.
Well, we was having a meeting.
I know, I was just wondering with who?
Well, the people that's gonna be, involved in it, the energy efficiency down there.
I mean, don't you blame us? We just wanted to know what was going on with the house next door.
Well, let me ask you this. To me, it seemed to be kind of bizarre that house had been vacant for at least 15 years, to my knowledge, and no one had no interest in it. And now that improvements have been made to the house, and everybody's jumping up and down about it.
The improvements
I would
were
think
supposed,
that would be
the
okay.
improvements were supposed to be donated too, right? Everything, materials and labor all donated, right?
Part of it was, yeah.
No, not part of it, all of it's supposed to be.
Part of it was.
All of it's supposed to be.
The house belongs to Burnham now, so, it's Burnham's house.
How did we acquire it?
We're required to do a due diligence process. With-
That's nice and vague.
With the J&T group, we acquired that as well as we acquired some of the rest of them. And
Why isn't Burnham's name on the property?
how you know it's not on?
I do, it's got the old owner's name on it still. Steve knows more about this than I do, he lives 2 houses away.
Those people that own that house are passed away. But
Actually,
anyway,
they haven't, I know Tim, he's in California.
I'm not talking about Tim.
This is getting deep for some other day.
No, Tim wasn't qualified to be at that time.
He still owns 51% of it, that's what I don't understand. That's the only reason why I'm asking. I just wanted to know what was going on with the house nearby to me, that's all I wanted to know.
Okay. Well, if you come over there again, well, then I'll talk to you, okay?
Got your word on it?
Yeah, you got no word on
All right. This is a good way to end this.
Okay, okay. You know, you and I gonna get together after, yeah, man. Okay, let's get back to the meeting, let me get distracted here. Okay, so in the mayor's report, we have people that are driving too fast in the community, and driving too fast, and it's a safety issue. We even have people that are driving by the bus stop, when the bus stop will stop picking kids up with the sign. Now, we got people going around the sign, so, I mean, we have had some traffic commas installed through in the village, and we will install some more. Now, we do not, I would prefer that we do not have to do that. I mean, but if this continues, then we will do more, and it will increase. Okay, so we had somebody yesterday that, ran through some stop signs flying on a motor scooter, and Officer Coos had to give them 4 citations. But they won't do it again, it cost them $200. So, yeah, so we want public safety, we don't want our residents endangered. So now, if you all gonna show this, make sure you show that the mayor said that he wants the Village of Burnham residents to be safe, and the children and the people of this community. And you got my word on it. We also are gonna put up some no dumping signs, legal dumping signs, so there's a $500 fee if we catch somebody dumping, which is against the ordinance. So, and I think I already said that the COVID-19 had delayed the sidewalk and curb repairs, so that pretty much will cover that. So that's all I have for the mayor's report. Okay, so at this time the clerk is absent, so Public Education, Health, Safety, and Welfare, Trustee Greer.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
The Center for Disease Control says, one question that is often always asked is, why should my child get vaccinated against the COVID-19? And the answer is, getting your child vaccinated helps to protect your child and family, including siblings who are not eligible for vaccinations, and family members who may be at risk of getting very sick if infected. So it's very important that you would consider, if you have young children, to have them vaccinated. Let's stop the spread of germs. You can stop the spread of germs by 1, getting vaccinated, sanitizing your home often and your hands often, cover your mouth when you cough or you sneeze. And if you're not feeling well, Center for Disease Control advise you to stay home and wear your mask often. It's for your protection. And if you listen to the news, this COVID-19 is going back up. The hospital is being filled, and it seems as though we may be taking another second step, not a second time and going back with closed down. So it's very important. It's for your protection. The Village of Burnham, the Cook County Public Health, and the Seasoned Community Outreach Service will be hosting a COVID-19 vaccination clinic. That's on Saturday, December the 18th, 2021. It's from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. The vaccines are free, regardless of insurance or immigration status. They're free. You're offered a first, a second, and a booster doses will be available. Mine must be accompanied by parents or guardians. If you need a ride, you can schedule a ride by calling 708-331-8875 and pushing option 2. But if you need a ride, you have to give a 48-hour prior to the event. Everyone ages 5 years and older can get vaccinated against the COVID-19. So that's really a good thing. Some of the children are getting vaccinated against the COVID. For the first 50 people for first-time vaccination, that's adult or children, will receive a $100 Visa gift card. The first 50 people, first-time vaccination, will receive a $100 Visa gift card. Also, there's also be a professional on site that will be talking about the mammograms. So if anyone has any questions about mammograms, there's someone there that will be advising and giving you information on that. The village of Burnham also has a limited number of holiday baskets that will be given out to our residents. ID will be required, and they have to sign up prior to this. And a lot of times these are people that are in between jobs, are in need. And there's no shame in receiving help, people. I mean, everyone at some time or another need help. Help is out there for anyone that needs it. Just a reminder, and I mentioned this before, the free weatherization kits. Prepare your home for a winter weatherization kit to keep the cold air out. It can be delivered to your door. Each kit has the essential to seal your home, your windows, your door, and your outlets. You can call 877-886-4239, or you can order your kit online at nicorgas.com/free kits. And it's a funny thing. You can have the air still, no matter how the air still comes in through your windows. So, and we've had some pretty cold nights and days, and so the weather should be dropping again. So order your kits, is free. Again, you can go online and say nicorgas.com/free kits. The number is 877-886-4239. And that's for your free winterization kit. And just a reminder, and this is for seniors 60 years of age, there is a transportation on Mondays. The transportation will take you to the hosted shopping area that's in Homewood. On Tuesday, the transportation will take you to Aldi. On Wednesday, they go to River Oak. Thursday is both Walmart. And on Fridays, they go to Food for Less, Alma Plaza, that's in Dalton, and Pete's Produce in Calumet City. Just want to remind you, general assistance. We still have a food assistance program. It seeks to serve the needs of the community, to answer the needs of the community for food assistance. The food assistance recognize and understand that persons of fixed income are underemployed, deserve quality, nutritious food, while being treated with dignity and respect. The Food Assistance Center is open on Wednesdays from 9 to 11, and because of COVID, you don't have to go inside. You can just drive up in your car. The food is quality food. They don't ask you many questions, but if you know someone that's in need, please let them know that they can go to the Food Center in Harvey. It's 15340 Page in Harvey. You don't have to get out your cars. You're treated with dignity and respect. And, so if you know someone that needs it, please have them to go. Just a reminder that if you know anyone that needs to, we have join the Cub Scouts. If you know of any young person that's interested in being his Cub Scout, for more information, you can call Mr. Frank Brown. He will be working with the youth from K to 5 years of age, from grades kindergarten to 5th grade, And his number will be 708-769-1457. Or you can call Mr. Joe Miller, and he's working with the grades 6 and up. Its number is 312-498-9051. And it's supported by Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity. And the very last thing, our heart goes out to our brothers and our sisters in Kentucky. And I'm sure you've all heard about the disaster there. It's one of the worst disasters that has happened in our country. At this time, it has been confirmed there are at least 80 dead, 18 bodies are yet to be identified. The village of Burnham will unite by helping the victims. Burnham will be sending a donation with conjunction of the Red Cross or the Emergency Relief Fund. The people are in need of everything. Let's continue to pray for the family. Remember, sometimes we forget to count our blessings. Life is a gift, people. Life is a gift. So let's continue to pray for our brothers and sisters in Kentucky. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Trustee Graham, for that report and your information to the board and the public. The Public Works and Building, Trustee Claybrook is absent. Do you have anything, Dwayne, for Public Works?
The leaf collector's been out, several times, and it seemed like, everybody's taking advantage of it.
Okay, that's good, good. And so good investment on behalf of the taxpayers.
Yes, sir.
Are you finished with that now for the season, you think?
Well, we're probably gonna have a couple more people pop up from time to time.
Okay, thank you. And ordinance resolution planning, Trustee Garcia.
Good evening, I don't have anything.
Dwayne,
Okay, Trustee Garcia,
leaps.
finance, Trustee Cap.
Finance, I have, 5 items on the agenda, and please adjust the numbering because the sequence was wrong. So they're really numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There was a typo in the number. So the first one is discussion of consideration of and taking action to approve or not approve the Village of Burnham's aggravated levy for 2021 for the purpose of compliance with the Truth in Taxation Law as being $3.9 million. The aggravated amount was determined based on the 2020 tax extension grand total of $3,708,390.18. Multiply the amount by 105% and round up the amount. So I'd like to make a motion to set the levy for 2021 at $3.9 million.
Okay, there's a motion on the floor by Trustee Cap to approve the levy at $3,900,000. Can we have a second, please?
Second.
Well, first of all, is there any discussion on that?
I think it was self-explanatory, right?
Okay.
How the number came up.
If not, we'll explain to you, Trustee Hunter.
So, Trustee Cap, yes. Trustee Hodges?
Yes.
Trustee Garcia?
Yes.
Trustee Greer?
Yes.
Trustee Richardson?
Yes.
And Trustee Claybrook? He's absent. Okay, next item, number 2, discussion of, consideration of, and taking action on ordinance number 2021-0-004, an ordinance levying taxes for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2021 and ending April 30th, 2022 of the Village of Burnham, Cook County, Illinois, 60633-2081.
Okay, so could we have a motion to approve this ordinance number?
So I'll make a motion that we approve ordinance 2021-0-004, an ordinance levying taxes for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2021 and ending April 30th, 2022 of the Village of Burnham, Cook County, Illinois.
So there's a motion on the floor to approve this ordinance for tax levy. So could we have a second, please? The Trustee Cap made the motion, so now we need a second.
Second.
Second by
Great.
Trustee Garcia.
Trustee Cap, Trustee Hodges, Trustee Garcia,
Yes.
Trustee Greer,
Yes.
Trustee Richardson.
Yes.
Thank you, motion passed, proceed.
Okay, discussion of, consideration of, and taking action, approve or not approve on the renewal of workman's compensation insurance premium policy period of January 1st, 2020 and January 1st, 2023 of the Technology Insurance Company for the total amount of $79,007. Last year's annual premium was $79,651. We're saving a little bit. some dollars.
Okay, so you making the motion, trustee Cap?
I'll make a motion that we approve the renewal of the workman's compensation insurance premium for the period of January 1st, 2022 and January 1st, 2023 of the Technology Insurance Company for the amount of $79,007.
Yes, so could we have a second on that, please?
I second.
Second by trustee Hodges. Trustee Cap, roll.
Trustee Cap, yes. Trustee Hodges.
Yes.
Trustee Garcia.
Yes.
Trustee Greer.
Yes.
Trustee Richards.
Yes.
Motion passed, proceed.
Okay. Item number 4, discussion of consideration of and taking action, approve or not approve the Village of Burnham insurance liability renewals, which total $372,434, and on the authorization of the village clerk to sign said insurance renewal and agreement. Last year's premium was $238,188, gone up quite a bit.
Is there any discussion from the board?
You want, I could list them all, is it necessary? That's the total of all the different policies. Is it necessary, should I list them all? You know?
I think they see them, it doesn't matter, so.
So, I make a motion to approve the Burnham insurance liability renewals, which total $372,434, and authorizing the village clerk to sign said insurance renewal and agreement.
So there was a motion on the floor by trustee Cap to approve this insurance expense. Could we have a second, please?
Second.
Second by trustee Richardson.
Trustee Cap, yes. Trustee Hodges.
Yes.
Trustee Garcia. Trustee Greer.
Yes.
Trustee Richards.
Yes.
Last item is discussion of consideration of and taking action on authorizing the payment of this and last month's bills. I make a motion that we approve the authorization of paying the bills for this month and last month.
There's a motion on the floor to pay the bill for this month and last month. A motion made by trustee Cap. Can we have a second, please?
I second.
Second by trustee Jeffrey. Take the roll, please.
Trustee Cap, yes. Trustee Hodges.
Yes.
Trustee Garcia.
Yes.
Trustee Greer.
Yes.
Trustee Richards.
Yes.
Motion passed, thank you.
That's all that I have.
Thank you, trustee Cap. Any public utilities, trustee Richardson?
Good evening.
Good evening.
This Saturday, December 18th, at the community center, Lahi will be there accepting applications for assistance with your water, gas, and electric bills. You must bring a 30-day proof of income for all household members. So 30 days would be from November 20th to December 20th. If your income is from Social Security, it must be a 2021 award letter or current bank statement showing direct deposit. A current gas bill, water bill, it must be past due by at least $250 or disconnected. Social Security cards will be needed for all household members. So that'll take place this Saturday at the community center, as well as the vaccinations, and that's from 10 to 3. And also, 4 steps for safe excavation. Call before you dig, wait the required amount of time, respect the markings, and dig with care. That's it for me, Mayor.
Thank you, trustee Richardson, for those reports and information. Park and Recreation, trustee Hodges.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
We had a really cool, December 4th, we had a parade, a Christmas parade. I want to thank, we did in conjunction with Calumet City. I want to thank the mayor, the park district, Calumet City. I want to thank the mayor, the trustees, the fire department, the police department, the public works department, everybody who participated. We had a really cool time. It was great to go around and to see the kids' eyes light up, and we went through the South Plant. It was really cool, and through a lot of Burnham. It was a really great parade, and thank you guys for participating. And next year we're gonna make it bigger and definitely better. Also, I wanted to announce there's a Festival of Lights, Christmas Around the World at Lansing Public Library, December 13th. through December 16th, 2750 Indiana Avenue, lower level. They number 708-474-7497, and I think that's a really cool thing that's connected to Sidewalk Park District. So that's that.
Well, thank you, Trustee Hardy. We have, 3 more items, and when we get to those 3 items, we have to go into executive session, so we will need all the public to leave except Dwayne Liddell. So once we get to that, when we close to that, then I will remind you of that. Are there any presentation of petitions? Are there any communication, memorials, or responsibilities? Did we already, acknowledgements of Bella Wicker, right? We already did.
Yeah, but no, we have to do now is Mrs. Smith died.
Ms. Smith, okay.
She lived on Mackinac for pretty much her whole life. Just recently, they moved to the cottage in Indiana.
Just make sure to record in a minute.
Who is it?
Steve Smith's mother.
Rose, yeah, Stephen Eddie's mom.
You know it, didn't you, John?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, Jane. The mother was Jane. The daughter was Rose. I'm sorry, Jane.
Is there any unfinished business? And Trustee Garcia, would you take,
I can do those. I'll do those, since she's keeping notes.
okay.
Discussion of consideration of and taking action on the suspension of the regularly scheduled board meeting on December 28th, 2021, according to our schedule. So I'd like to make a motion that we cancel the December 28th, 2021 meeting.
Okay, there's a motion approved by Trustee Cap to suspend the meeting on December 28th, 2021. Do we have a second?
I second.
Second by Trustee Griff. You take the roll, please.
Trustee Cap, yes. Trustee Hodges,
Yes.
Trustee Garcia,
Yes.
Trustee Greer,
Yes.
Trustee Richards.
Yes.
Okay, the next item is discussion of consideration of and taking action on the schedule of 2022 regular board meeting of the President and the Board of Trustees of the Village of Burnham. So I would like to make a motion that we approve the new schedule for the meetings for 2022.
And we will post it,
It'll be posted in the cabinet out front.
yeah, as well as we put on the website. So there's a motion on the floor to approve the minutes for, 2022, so could we have a second?
Approve the schedule for meetings.
Schedule for the meetings, yes.
I second.
Can we take the roll, please?
Trustee Cap, yes. Trustee Hodges,
Yes.
Trustee Garcia,
Yes.
Trustee Greer,
Yes.
Trustee Richards.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. The motion passes. At this time, we're about to go into executive session, so, if everyone can leave except Dwayne Liddell and the attorney, then we appreciate you coming.
Trustee Greer, could you please, I'm looking for some input here.
It's for the safety of all of us.
Right.
You know, this thing, this COVID is going, it's just.
Pritzker says there's an indoor mask mandate. I can't stand it myself. I'd like for us to all take them off. If you want to wear it, if you want to wear it, that's fine.
They are all.
Just like, when I get to my office, I have to wear it as I walk through the building, but once I get to my office, I take it off. Because I'm working.
Because you're inside.
And because I'm working in my own office, I take it off, but then if I'm walking downstairs.
The clerk's office is wide open to people.
Which office?
How many clerk's offices do we have here?
But they're behind the glass.
And they're enclosed.
They're enclosed, you only have this little partition.
There's 4 or 5 people walking around last time I was here. None of them wearing a mask.
But they're behind the glass.
And they're
So is that
social
exempt from the
distancing.
mandate?
They're behind.
Is that
the
exempt from the
glass,
mandate?
And they're working.
Where does it say that in the
Oh my
mandate?
God, you know what?
Why are you arguing with me?
Why are you arguing?
Please, just.
There's an indoor mask mandate.
They're working behind the glass.
This is crazy.
I know it.
But you know what? It's just for our own health and our own safety. People are continuously dying. And this.
Trustee Greer, I have respect for you, but when you see that on the other side there, I'm the only one in the office wearing one. Something's not right.
But you know,
It's for show is all it is.
But there's social distancing in there.
It's all political.
I
It's
don't
all
think so.
political.
I really don't think so. Think about it.
I saw 2 guys fixing Stephanie's computer 2 weeks ago. They're not wearing one. I said, good for them.
But they're working. They're
I'm sick and tired of hearing you put stipulations on stuff.
And it's up to them if they wanna wear.
No, it's
a
not.
mask.
It's not up to
Yes,
us
it is.
right now.
No, you're in a public building.
What is the
And
clerk's
it's a mask
office?
mandate when you're in public.
You
They're
kill me.
working. They're working.
Video girl, you recording yet?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Real good. Real good. The public needs to see some of this stuff. You guys are supposed to be,
I got mine on.
John, I'm not even talking about you.
Okay, good.
You haven't said nothing to me.
You're coughing and you're not wearing a damn mask.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you were coughing. You were
I'm
coughing.
clearing my throat way before COVID.
But you was coughing though.
Is that against the indoor mask mandate?
That makes anybody nervous. I'm just saying.
Does it make you nervous when I cough?
It makes me nervous. when you cough. And you got a no mask.
This is what this country's come to. You're talking to me like that. I know you know better too.
Can you put a mask on?
I don't know where I got one.
Oh, do we have any extra ones?
I
over
think,
there? Oh, right here. Right here.
Luce has got them.
Right here on the counter.
Not in her office, she don't. Thanks for doing your job too, I mean. It don't matter.
There was a long train today at the Burnham Avenue, and there was an accident, and some police car was driving.
No, it wasn't.
No?
That was the guy that stole.
Video girl, thank you for being here.
VW.
Oh.